Praise be to Jesus. We have an article here. This is Cardinal Schornborn, who's a close ally of Pope Francis. So what he says is a council could approve of female ordinations. During Easter, not only did a German priest and monk declare that he could well imagine a female pope in the future, but Cardinal Christoph Schönborn, whom Pope Francis has called a great theologian, and to whom the Pope entrusted the public interpretation of Amoris Laetitia, gave an interview in which he appears to express the belief that a future ecumenical council could approve of the ordination of women to the priesthood. In an April 1st interview given to a group of Austrian journalists, prominently to some from the Australian newspaper Die Presse, but also from the Salzburg Nachrichten. Cardinal Schornborn makes several statements that show his own openness to the idea of married priests, as well as ordained women, from deaconess to female priests and even to female bishops. Well, this article is really lengthy. There's another part of it. It has some of his quotes. I'll read this part to you here. It was Pope John Paul II in his 1994 apostolic letter, Ordinations, I can't even pronounce it, who is credited with offering the Church's final word on the impossibility of ordaining women to the priesthood when he wrote, although the teaching that priestly ordination is to be reserved to men alone has been preserved by the constant and universal tradition of the Church and firmly taught by the magisterium in its more recent documents, at the present time in some places it is nonetheless considered still open to debate, or the Church's judgment that women are not to be admitted to ordination is considered to have a merely disciplinary force. Wherefore, in order that all doubt may be removed regarding a matter of great importance, a matter which pertains to the Church's divine constitution itself, in virtue of my ministry of confirming the brethren, Luke 22:32, I declare that the Church has no authority whatsoever to confer priestly ordination on women, and that this judgment is to be definitively held by all the Church's faithful. We'll read this here. Was it to this letter that Schornborg was referring when he said the issue of women's ordination cannot be decided upon a pope alone, and that it is a question too big to be decided from the desk of a pope? Well, this is really a really lengthy article, and it just goes on here. So anyway, that's enough as far as me reading to you. If you want to know more exactly about what's been said here, I'll leave the link in the description box and at the end of the video.